talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. And it is gone. It is bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Jesse Sharon, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome on into the Phillies post-game show. I'm here with Friday. The Phillies get obliterated by the Mets. It's opposite day. The Phillies beat the Mets yesterday 6-1, and they lose 6-1 today. Nolan Mcclean carves up the Phillies offense, and Alan Rangel is not the answer at fifth starter. I don't know what is, but to break that all down, I've got Friday. Friday, this was ugly.
It was bad today. I'll tell you what. For second game out of the last three games coming back from the All-Star break with one single run off a solo home run again. One single run again. First off, who's to blame on today? First off, I'm gonna say Phillies offense very disappointing. I mean, they had a little fight. They were getting guys on base, but they couldn't get them in. Couldn't get runs in a couple times, even with 2 outs. They didn't have the magic like they sometimes do. It's just bad, very bad, inconsistent offense. I think the Phillies' run differential is now minus 13 runs. Minus 13 runs for a team that is like 10 games over 500. It's just mind-blowing how this team has a minus run differential, and they're supposedly within the first place of the division, which I don't know how that happens. But something has to change because I just flipped an MLB Network because I had the World Cup on for a second. I was just checking out the World Cup. Not a big soccer fan, but you got to figure things out consistently here, because you got a Dodgers team. That's right, Dodgers team who has taken the first two games versus the New York Yankees. I know the Yankees are missing Judge, but the Dodgers won today 8-2. They had 8 runs today. 8 runs. Their pitching, Dodgers pitching is phenomenal. The Padres pitching is supposed to be way better than the Mets. They got a complete rotation, and one thing I'll say, I know I'm jumping ahead. We'll preview the Dodgers later, but I'm also just get into that. Well, since there's nothing really much to talk about. I mean, I get frustrated talking about getting frustrated talking about the team, but realistically, talking about what we're up against and why we have to figure things out versus the Dodgers versus the team. Dodgers team is one of them who's the best in the NL. And I'll tell you what, Jesse Sharon, if anybody thinks that the Phillies are winning a series, are sweeping the series or winning the series at home against the LA Dodgers, you're crazy. And I don't care if you have your best aces on the mound. I don't care if you have your best aces on your mound. But I realistically think the Phillies will be very lucky to win one game this series. Now, I think we have a chance. I think we have a shot against the Yankees because of Judge being out. We have a shot to win a series because the Yankees have been struggling. We have a shot versus them. But I don't like our chances of winning the series against the Dodgers. Got to deal with Ohtani, and I know Ohtani and all those hitters down there. And doesn't mean The only way we have a shot of winning the series is if all those guys in our lineup go cold. But I see a version of the LA Dodgers. I see them picking up where they left off uh, against us, not only in LA when I think they won two. I think they won 2 or 3 against us in LA. Or did we get swept? Did we get swept that series, Jesse?
Uh, I believe we got swept. Someone correct me in the chat.
Yeah, but
I remember it wasn't pretty.
but I think be lucky to win a game. I don't because this Dodgers lineup's just as good as last year, bud. Um, these guys have to start figuring things out. Like I said, the margin of error in the standings may look like kind of like a lot. It really isn't a lot. It's only a few games. I think it's only a few games. I don't even know if the Braves won today or not. I don't know what happened in the other games today. And all I know is that I just seen the Dodgers won. But
I
it's
think the
bad.
Braves are winning. I think the
Yeah,
Braves
so
are
we'll be
winning.
3 games
Baldwin hit
behind.
2 home runs today. Yep.
But I'm not. Listen, I've been saying this all season long. I'm not invested in winning division. I don't want this team to win it. This team doesn't deserve. This team don't deserve to have a week off in the postseason like previous years. Because every time they have a week off, they fall flat on their face. So honestly, this team they need just to go straight to the wild card round I'm tired about hearing, oh yeah, the bye week, this and that, the benefits of bye. I know the Dodgers have benefited more. The Phillies do not benefit from the bye at all. They failed to benefit from the bye. And if the Phillies somehow the way they're playing right now, they would have no shot. So say if they were to win division, they would get the 3 seed. So that means we wouldn't get the bye if we get the 3 seed. So hopefully Brewers Dodgers just stay top 2 and it just affects the Brewers that round. But not looking ahead of myself. They need to get rid of Rangel. I'm jumping. This is like more like a Rancho today, pretty much. Rangel they need to get him out of the rotation. I hate to say it, he may look decent at times, but the dude, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having this dude in the rotation. It's just like having Taijuan Walker in the rotation in a way. The Phillies have a factory of fifth starters. Taijuan Walker, Andrew Painter, Ron Howell. Who's next? Hey Dutch, hey Dutch. Maybe next KJ McCoy will be the fifth starter because the Phillies have no fifth starter. As Jesse Screen has blanked out because Jesse Sharon can't take it anymore. Jesse Sharon cannot take this stuff anymore. It's that bad with the fifth starter. So as everybody says, as Jesse Sharon screen goes dark, the Phillies need a little Star Wars life on them because they lost the series versus a poverty Mets team. I know the Mets have been winning some games lately, but I'll tell you what, they got to figure themselves out. I mean, you got hitters out there. You got a talented lineup, a talented lineup, a talented lineup out there, a very talented lineup. As Jesse, oh sorry Jesse, in a Harper Turner, you have all those guys in the lineup. I don't understand how a lineup with all these all these all stars we've had this year. You only score. You had the All Star break. You had the All Star break, and I get the hype from that. But you have all that hype going around on you, all that hype, but yet it kind of cursed them this weekend. So what can I say? What can I say? I have nothing more to say. I really have nothing more to say. I there's just a lot to
Yeah.
blame, and the offense is my main blames. To review what I was talking about, Ron Howell, offense. hitting coach. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And I know you're cutting out Jesse. I think your connection is really getting mad at this point. I mean, how many times? And I even said this yesterday. I kind of knew this was going to be a schedule loss in a way. I had hope of winning the series, but I kind of figured something that we were going to lose today for some reason. And I know we beat the Mets the previous 2 times, but today was a failure. But New York Mets, Matt Blair, all you guys out there, we shall see you in September when it matters. 5-4, Phillies were leading the season series by a game over the Mets. We only need to win 2 games against Citi Field to guarantee us being kings of the series for 2026. So right now it's 5-4. Got to win 2 more games to make it at least 7-6 at the worst. And honestly, the way this Phillies team played against the Mets this weekend wouldn't surprise me if we get as worse of a split the next time we play them in September. But that's just me, Jesse. It's what more can I say? I mean, it's frustrating, and I wish there was more better positive talk about it. Let me talk about the positive here. The positive is it's only tomorrow will only be July 20th. That you still have to you only have about 2 more weeks, not even 2 more weeks, about 2 more weeks till the trading deadline, which is August 3rd, which is on a Monday, which I kind of wish it was a couple days earlier. And what can I say? Like I said, Jesse, what can I say? Anything else, Jesse?
Yeah. If you can still hear me, and I hope you can, I wonder what your thoughts are. You've talked about it in the beginning, but what are your thoughts on the Dodgers series coming up? We'll go to Friday's corner for that.
Yo, Friday, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Friday's Corner. It's Friday's Corner.
Well, Dodgers series coming up. This is going to be a very interesting. No matter what I talked about it being the Dodgers series, no matter what I said about the Dodgers series, Jesse, I'll say one thing. It's going to be. I'll be locked in. I'll be pretty much locked in. Hopefully, to all 3 games. Hopefully, they're interesting games and not games that are unwatchable. It's going to be very interesting to see if any of our pitchers can shut out Dan Ohtani, Tucker, all those guys, because I don't know. Like I said, I just don't know about the series. I know we don't. One good thing is we don't have to face Yamamoto because he pitched today, so we avoid Yamamoto in the series versus the Dodgers. I think Sasaki might pitch Wednesday. I'm not sure, and whoever's pitching tonight will avoid them. Too, and all. But anyway, Dalton's just reacting to the only messages in the chat. Dalton, Holland, this might not be a Hollywood ending this week. What more can I say? I mean, the Dodgers got some horses out there that can pitch. I forgot Ohtani. We don't have to face Ohtani. We don't have to face both Japanese pitchers. We'll have to face both of them, so we catch a break facing both of those. So that gives us a little bit more glimmer of hope for us, but doesn't mean the problem is the Dodgers have way more options than we do starting pitching wise. They have like 6 options at least total. They have at least 5 or 6 good starters, solid guys on their team. All their starters they have are solid. The Phillies have only like 3 good starters, pretty much on our team. But LA will call us Hotel Philly this week. But I'm over. I think over it. But getting to talk the Phillies. The Phillies need all these. Need to get a bunch of players to match what the Dodgers have because I'm gonna say this. James, Fratty, but have no hope. Have no hope with the Phillies if we can't fix anything at the deadline. The Dodgers will become a roadblock. Shohei Ohtani will hit a grand slam off of us in the postseason to end their season this year. That is bound to happen to us. That is bound to happen. We may not have as many heartbreaks at the end this season, but this regular season. But when it comes to the postseason, somebody is going to end our season in heartbreak, and it might be Otani. I'm calling it. If we face the Dodgers again, Otani will either have a walk-off grand slam or a go-ahead grand slam versus none other than Orion Kerkering. It's going to happen. I hate to say it. I hate to bring. I'm calling it right now. It's only July. I hate to be negative, Fratty on here, but Phillies don't get their things act together fixed with the bullpen and everything else. Disaster is going to strike. Disaster is going to strike with this team. And we're going to be left in heartbreak. And I'm prepared for it. I'm very prepared for it because I don't think this team is. I really don't think this team is World Series. Oh no, and everybody's going to say, "Oh yeah, it's Friday. You're out of your mind. What are you talking about? There's still hope." I get there's talent there. I get that there is talent there, but this Phillies team is starting to make me wonder, and make Friday wonder, and make Dalton wonder, and make Jesse Sharon and everybody else wonder, and even KJ McCoy. KJ McCoy from the get go, from the beginning of the season,
he's been
he don't
down
even
on us.
believe in this team.
No, he's got no hope.
He's got no
and
hope.
He's justified. He's justified. I feel like the more this goes on, he's justified.
But honestly, Phillies somehow get knocked out the postseason again this year. It won't surprise me at all this time. I won't be as disappointed because I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it, and I'm not going to sit here crying at the end because Friday expected it. Come back here in a couple months, and I know people on there are going to might call me names and say, "Friday, you're out of your mind." But at the end of the day, guys, you got to look realistically. You got to look at yourself realistically in the face and say, "Oh, why do I buy season tickets for his team to let me down every year?" Because Friday is not that out of his mind to buy season tickets like some of you guys are out there. Because I just buy games single handedly. I don't invest myself going to Phillies games 81 times a year like some of you fools out there. And I don't call you fool. I don't mean to call you guys fools. Call you out. I'm gonna say this straight to you guys. You guys are diehards. I respect all you guys for that. All you guys who go to the games. But you got to look at yourself in your face and wonder that if the Phillies don't make the postseason again, you're going to have some season ticket holders that boycott their season tickets after the season. That's what's going to end up happening. They're going to say, "Why is it worth me spending all this money to renew my season tickets if this team keeps letting you down year after year?" But anyway, that's my rant. I figured this was a good time. This was a great time to bring up this conversation as we face the Dodgers because it was perfectly appropriate to have this conversation, especially with the Dodgers being the team that knocked us out last year, Jesse. So there's that, Jesse Sharon. So
no, it's a great conversation.
And one last thing I'll have to say.
Go ahead.
I'm hoping that we can get Mason Miller. Why not? We need a good 1-2-3 punch in our bullpen, not just 1-2 punch. Just because Mays has been very mid lately, up and down, and I don't know what to say anymore, Jesse. It's just like I said. Hopefully tomorrow, when we're on post game, there's better things to talk about. And I know you don't have much to say, Jesse Sharon, today. hopefully you have more. You'll definitely know, regardless win or lose, you'll have more to say about tomorrow because it's more interesting because we're actually facing a good team tomorrow. Uh, but uh, this was very disappointing. I thought when we won the first 2 games in the Tigers, I thought that this would be our moment to carry this past the All-Star break. Apparently, besides that one game this weekend, nope. Nope. And we have, it's embarrassing. We have a net. If you're honestly, if you have a negative run differential and make the playoffs, you don't even deserve to be in because this team could be an early exit in the playoffs with having a run differential of negatives in regular season. But who knows? Could this be the underdog team of 2022? But I'm not counting on it. I'm not counting on it. I'm not getting my hopes up for it. I'm just gonna let it happen and let it roll from there. But anyway, Jesse, I know you. I don't know if you have much to say, but that was my rant, and I don't know if I can go on as long as yesterday. But with that being said, tomorrow,
Yeah.
ESPN national televised game on a Monday night, which is weird, very weird. That's our third ESPN game in not even 2 weeks. ESPN loves the Phillies for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I think we might lose tomorrow too because we're 0-2. We're 0-2 on ESPN last 2 times on ESPN. Believe it or not, we can't even. We've lost by multiple runs. We lost I think 10-5 one game and then 4-1. We've got outscored on ESPN 14-6, and expected to possibly be another loss tomorrow. So I don't know. I don't know. I forgot all this, and I even look who's pitching tomorrow. Is it Wheeler tomorrow? Jesse, I don't know if is it Wheeler or
I believe it. I I believe it's Sanchez.
Sanchez. Ugh.
Either way, though, man, yeah, because we just got through our fifth starter. But I'll say this about our fifth starter, Rose. I don't know if there's, and this honestly goes for the entire team. I don't know if there's anything that we can do at the deadline because there are multiple things that are to blame here. There's the offense, there's the starting pitching. The Phillies with Aaron Nola, with Rangel, and with the multiple bullpen games we have had, they have an ERA of near 7. They only have one win in that span. They're like 1-15, 1-16. The Phillies are 10-16 when Sanchez, Wheeler, and Luzardo start, and everything else has been awful. But again, I don't know if you can get these guys at the deadline like Mason Miller because our farm system is ranked 29th in the league. 29th. It is a farm system that's highlighted by a guy that has chronic back issues and a 17-year-old. 17. Gage Wood is a guy that you look to be a star in your rotation, not a guy that you have to trade for a rental that you're going to lose probably in 3 months anyway. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to eat like a bad contract, like with Matt Chapman and some of their bullpen arms or something like that. I saw an idea like that thrown around the other day. Because there's so many things that you need to fix. Alec Boehm is terrible. Bryson Stott is terrible. Our fifth starters are terrible. We lost Keller. Alvarado stinks. Banks stinks. Sugar stinks. Seth Johnson stinks. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. I don't
Yeah.
know.
The only chance we have our starters are key in a postseason. If we want a chance to even compete, our offense can't be like it is now, off and on, and then our starters have to go deep in games in the playoffs because we can't have starters go only a couple innings and then we have to have all these no names out there from the bullpen out there in the playoffs. That's just not going to cut it. That's an automatic loss if you have those guys out there. If Seth Johnson is somehow on the postseason roster, that is just shows you how pathetic this franchise is
Fire
because
everybody. Fire
um
everybody.
but you have you're supposed to be the highest payroll in baseball. You got Brad Keller. You traded not traded. You signed Brad Keller just for him to be hurt most of the year. He's had too many injury troubles, and he only signed into a year, right?
2 years.
2 years.
And he might
And
be
not
out
gonna
next
lie,
year if he had. Yeah, two. Yeah, he might even be out apparently next year too because I saw Jeff Passan when the injury news broke for him that he might need a surgery
not gonna lie,
that could take him out all the next year. Yeah.
not gonna lie. Here's my thing, Jesse. I know he signed a 2-year contract and is making money, but at this point, at this rate, he's going to make money for not even playing next year, being hurt. So he might end up still being on the Phillies roster hurt.
Yep.
But there comes a point in time. Do you think Do you think they're actually going to just release Pat Keller off the roster just to free? Can't they release him to free up money? If what's the point of having
I
him
don't
on if he's
think
going to be
so,
hurt
man.
most of the
Because
year?
look what they did with Casting. Well, look at what they did with Castellanos this offseason. He was owed, what, $20 million, and they tried to trade him, and he's so bad that they couldn't. So they had to eat $20 million.
So you're
Obviously,
saying
it's
to
not the same situation, but
listen. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. We the Phillies. The Phillies. I'm going to say this. I like Rokons, like Derek Hill, but they're not what you call bona fide starters out there in the outfield. They're not. You know what the Phillies need to actually compete, Jesse? They need a big name. They're gonna have to sign a. They're gonna have to sign another big name out in the outfield. They're gonna have to sign a big name out there in right field next year.
like I don't even know, man, if I like that idea because you have so many big names whose contracts is blown up in your face. Aaron Nola was supposed to be huge. They got him on a bad contract. They got Trey on a bad contract. They had Castellanos on a bad contract. They can't keep giving out these huge
I'm
contracts
telling you.
because
I'm
then I don't know, man.
I'm telling you what. Wheeler's close to retiring. The future of the Philadelphia Phillies franchise in the next couple of years looks dim. I'm telling you what, Jesse Sharon. I think this team before 2030 is going to miss the playoffs. It's coming. It's coming before 2030. I'm calling it. Wheeler will be retired. Nola won't be on here anymore. Who knows if we get replacements? Who knows if they're as good? Who knows how good Lazardo is going to be in the next at the end of his contract? We're only going to have two starters. Sanchez and Lazardo is pretty much your future because Wheeler's getting older. He's still good, but he's not going to be here more than a few years. I think he's retiring in a few years, I believe. Nola's probably getting close to the end, so your future looks dim. You got Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper's only going to be here for another 6 to 8 years. Trey Turner. Who knows if Kyle Schwarber might only be here 4 more years after his contract is done. That might be it for Schwarber here if we don't win anything. So the future of the Phillies, even when I get married, get married one day. It looks very, very dim, very dim. in the future. We have to win a championship sooner rather than later. We don't win it before the end of this decade or the next couple of years, we're in trouble. This franchise is doomed. This franchise might not win for a long time if we don't win with this core of guys before 2030. But it comes to a point in time. Comes a point in time where the Phillies might end up being like the Sixers, like Embiid days, where they trust the process and just decide to blow everything up in all the superstars' face, like Harper, Schwarber, and all. It even makes me wonder. I know Bryce Harper said he wants to be here his whole career. He wants to be here his whole career, he said. But sometimes, like you see when A.J. Brown acting all that when after he won the Super Bowl and then acting out on the Eagles. You don't know if Bryce Harper will change his mind and decide that he's saying he's disgusted. It comes to the point.
I think we lost Friday for just a quick second. Let me add him back in. All right, you're back.
But comes to the point in
You're
time
back,
Bryce
but I can't
Harper,
hear
he
ya.
might just get to the.
Hang on, let me try unmuting you. Give me a sec.
But there
Let's
might
see
be.
here.
But there might become a point in time, Jesse.
Maybe can you unmute yourself?
Hold up. You hear me now? I'll
let's
mute
see.
myself.
Hold on, y'all. Let's see here. Yeah, you're unmuted on my end. So, okay. Not sure exactly what's going on. But this is today's stream. Phillies lose big time to the New York Mets 6-1, and they play the Dodgers in the very next series. That should be fun. But want to thank Friday for coming on. Apologies for some of the tech issues that we had. But you know what? It's par for the course. The Phillies had a bunch of issues today. And hopefully that doesn't exactly, continue. But want to thank, TickPick for sponsoring today's stream, as always. But without further ado, want to thank Friday for hopping on today's stream.
But anyway, guys, I don't know if you hear me, but yeah, I'll wrap it up there. Go Phils. Go Phils.
Thank you all for watching. I'm Jesse Sharon. That is Freddie. Hopefully, this was a complete and total disaster. But thank y'all for watching.
The Vikings!
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball!
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show, proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today.